Hello everyone, it's Connal Finlay here, the owner and director of the Cellar store down in New Zealand, and welcome to today's episode of the Cellar TV. So, what we're going to be tasting today is one of our little beautiful finger legs Rieslings, and so the producer here, here's a little close-up for you. The producer here is Boundary Breaks Vineyard, and they're actually one of the newest players as far as the finger legs are concerned. They've only been around, since about 2007, I think it is, off the top of my head. And this is their Ovid Line North, or Ovid Line North Riesling. And so it's from the 2013 vintage. We're due to get some of the 2014 vintage next year. And this is quite interesting because a few of the other, pretty much every single other one of their Rieslings, they are complete and utter Riesling specialists. They've got a little bit of a pet project that they're working on at the moment with a little bit of Gewürztraminer and a few little red varietals as well. But first and foremost, they are Riesling specialists. And so all their other, as I was saying, all their other Rieslings, they tend to all be more sort of single vineyard and also single clone as well. So they're known as sort of 239, that's their dry Riesling, sort of Spätlese Trocken Riesling. They've also got their 198, which is a sweeter version, sort of a medium sweet version, and that's using a different clone again. But this is a blend of a few different clones and a few different vineyards that they've got on their estate. And it's absolutely lovely. So it is a medium dry sort of style. So it's sort of between a Cabernet and a Spätlese as far as sort of German Riesling sort of qualifications or classifications go for Riesling. So it is, as I say, sort of medium dry or off dry to medium dry, generally speaking. Anyway, let's give it a sort of a sniff on the nose. So what I love about this is that it's definitely got that very Germanic sort of feel on the nose. It does sort of have that sort of, those sort of sweet fruit and that sort of sweet floral aspect coming through, which is absolutely lovely. So you are sort of getting those beautiful sort of honeysuckle and white floral aromatics, but also a lot of sort of big juicy succulent white peach, a lot of sort of really juicy, really ripe sort of white nectarine flavors coming through as well. A touch of pineapple and some other tropical sort of flavors, but very much in that sort of juicy white stone fruit, white fleshy fruit sort of realm. There's a touch of that sort of smoky minerality, crushed stone sort of aspect as well, but very much a sort of a fun and fruity sort of Riesling. Anyway, let's give it a taste, shall we? So a lot of acidity here, but it's actually very well balanced because it's all got, well, as I said, it's got this quite a bit of sugar in here as well. So it is definitely, I think for me, perceptively, it is just a little bit sweeter than what I would call an off-dry Riesling. And why it's not necessarily perceived to me as a medium dry or quite a sweeter style, like it says on the back of the label here, is because it does have that extra acidity there, which sort of brings it all together and sort of merges into this beautiful sort of Riesling on the palate. So it's lively, it's fruity, it's got a whole lot, again, those very sort of fleshy white fruit flavors of peaches, those nectarines, a little bit of pear in there. I'm going to say there was a little bit of sort of pineapple, a touch of sort of mango rind, and again, those sort of floral and those minerality aspects are definitely coming through on the palate. And what I'm also going to point out is that this is just so fantastic, and we can bring it up there for you. I don't know if you're really going to be able to see it. I'm a little bit far away from the camera there, but it's only 10% alcohol. So it's definitely very much like your classic German Riesling Cabernet in the fact that it is so much lower in alcohol. Whereas most sort of white wines, generally speaking, especially in the New World, where America, of course, is part of the New World, they're generally speaking, they're going to be at least 12.5, 13% alcohol. And so that is just a credit, an absolute credit to their winemaking ability here over at Boundary Breaks, that they can make something that is so complex, so well balanced, but also so low in alcohol, and yet obviously still retaining that balance. And that's a real credit to their part. Absolutely lovely. And I think this is only about $30 online, and so that actually makes it one heck of a deal. All of their wines, Boundary Breaks, they're absolute lovers of them down here in New Zealand, and especially at the Cellar store. All of them absolutely fantastic, but this one in particular is an absolute bargain, especially for summer coming up, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. It's all online now, so check it down below. We've got the URL, bunch of information down there for you. And of course, as usual, please like, comment away, let us know if you've tried this particular wine, any of the other Boundary Breaks wines, or any other sort of New York wines or interesting wines that are sort of similar to this. And please, of course, subscribe away and share with all your other wine-loving friends and family. I've been Connal, and this has been the Cellar TV. Cheers.